Thanks, guys. Oh my God, I think I'm a lesbian now. She convinced me. Helen, you're a badass. I love that. Give it up for Helen. This whole show. So good. I know I have the energy of a mom trying to convince her kids to do arts and crafts. I don't know how to turn it off. It's going to be about 10 minutes. Just buckle up. We're going to have fun. It's not like it's a bad thing. It's just that I don't have any kids yet. So I'm like a little too ready. Like, the ovaries are thirsty. We're ready for it. I think I have therapist vibes. Like, I always attract really needy people to me. Like, that Katie girl, she seems like a fun person to cry with. Probably because I am. I'm a great person to cry with. Are you kidding? Because I got this, like, positive, nurturing exterior, but you know something's wrong. Nobody's this happy all the time. Trust me. I can relate to you. I do have the rage of 1,000 beasts inside of me. Just usually channel it into making oatmeal cookies. It's the best friend you could have talk to me after the show. We'll go there. I'm just an overachiever. That's what that is, right? Like, any overachievers out here? Don't worry, yeah. You all know it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. It sounds like I'm bragging because it has the word achiever in it, but like, you can tell I threw up during my first blowjob. It totally wasn't his fault. I was just being thorough. Like, I had heard of deep throating, so I was like, well, there must be more I can do. Like, I gotta get all the points. Is there extra credits? Let me make sure to do all the problems. Are there some on the back? Like, this would be an honors job, sir. It's like, no, Katie, you don't need to be the valedictorian of dick sucking. But I want to be. I love accolades. Send those my way. I just miss school. I'm genuinely jealous of everybody in this room who is in school right now because I miss it so badly. Do you like love school? No, you hate it. Yeah, I know, because I was really good at school, okay? It's just what's hard about getting out of school is you have to figure out what you're actually passionate about. Like, it turns out I'm just passionate about people telling me I've done a good job. Like, can I just continue to write essays and then read your comments in the margins? Like, interesting point, Katie. I hadn't thought about that. What? Great insight. Oh, God. Better finish reading these when I get home. It's ridiculous. On a related note, I was raised Catholic. I always feel like I'm answering the question, like, what kind of fucked up are you? Like the kind where I was dry humping into my 20s. Just to make sure I get into heaven. That's how you get in, by the way. That's how it works. No, I eventually gave up. I quit waiting till marriage. That's what I was doing for a while, to make it up there. But then I did it. I did the sex. And yeah, it was fine. The fun part for me was the day after I had sex for the first time, I got my first yeast infection. I know a lot of you haven't experienced this yet, maybe, and hopefully none of you ever will, but I felt like Jesus had just come down and given me an STD. I was like, what is this feeling? Like, God was not messing around about the premarital sex thing. Like, you will go straight to hell. It's inside your body. I'll spare you guys can, ask me about that later. But no, there's a lot of perks to being raised Catholic. I don't know if there's any Catholics out here. Couple? Oh yeah, that's okay. We're not a big wooer. We're feeling shame and guilt. You're talking about sex. What? Excuse me while I hide under my shirt. No, there's a lot of perks to being raised Catholic. Like, they let you drink wine when you're 7. This is amazing. It's cool. You get to make your first communion, transubstantiation. That's what it's called when the priest turns bread and wine into the body and blood of Christ. Like, it's not symbolic for the body and blood. It is the body of Christ. You know, you're a Catholic girl, I can tell. Yeah. We got one right here. She can confirm for me. Okay. But it really is, it's just a fun way to figure out who the future alcoholics are in your class. You're like, wow, Jimmy is really going to town on the blood. He's enjoying that. He's just drinking the chalice, just chugging that thing. And the adults can't say anything about it because they're just like, well, it's blood, right? Like, that's what we believe. It's like, Jimmy, save some Jesus for the rest of us. Go back to your pew, okay, buddy? Have some more body. Just soak that up. This is not an open bar. God. I'm so competitive. Like, the worst thing for me is getting invited to an open bar that has a time limit. Oh, God. It's terrible. Like, free drinks for ladies, 7 to 9. Hark? A competition? I'm a lady. Yeah, I can do it. I'll drink all your cotton candy flavored vodka, whatever it is. Is there a prize? Tell me. It's like the prize is always that you get carried home by your 3 closest friends at 9:00 p.m. Like sometimes you leave a trail of vomit for them to find their way back to the bar. Because I'm considerate, I do that. But the best part of that is just waking up the next morning. Because you're just like, oh my God, wow, I won. I did it. They said it couldn't be done, but I like, what, bottomless mimosas? I'll find the bottom. Trust me. So I quit drinking 2 months ago, sober. Yeah, that's real. You can woo if you want. You don't have to. Newly sober. It's good. I actually just also recovered from an eating disorder. Thank you. It's great. You always gotta say you're recovering from an eating disorder because you don't want to jinx it. As soon as you're like, I'm all good now, your disease is like, surprise. There's ice cream in the fridge. No, it's fine. I'm really open about talking about it because it's like, you know, the more you talk about those things, like the less power it has, whatever. I don't have time for shame. And plus it's fun, right? It's like secrets, you know? Like, ooh, what eating disorder does she have? Bulimia. I know. It's the grossest one, right? Like, I'm not saying there's any cool eating disorders, but like, I think we can all agree bulimia is the least cool, right? Like, if you hear someone has anorexia, you're like, oh no, that's terrible, but I really admire your stick-to-itiveness. Like, that's a cooler eating disorder. It's like a little sexy. Like, what? That's kind of like what Gandhi did. Are you going on a hunger strike? There's nothing cool about bulimia. We're just like indecisive anorexic people. Like, in the morning, we're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stop eating forever. And then around like 5 p.m., we're like, just kidding. I changed my mind. And then we change our minds again. It's like, no one likes an indecisive person. Also, let me just reiterate, I'm okay now. You're all worried about me. You're like, do we need to go up and help her? It's okay. No. But also, binge eating disorders, another cool eating disorder, right? If you call someone, you're like, hey, last night I ate an entire pizza by myself and also a gallon of ice cream. I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, the response is going to be, you go, girl. Yes, you deserve it. You eat that food. You've had a week. It's like, this is a cry for help.